Hello, everybody, and welcome to Garagecam on NASCAR.com. I'm your host, Matthew Dillon, here from Daytona International Speedway. Oh, welcome. What a beautiful sight, these NASCAR Sprint Cup Series stock cars. If you are new to Garagecam, you see that little chat room on your right. Hop in there, tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you want to see here on NASCAR.com. Give you a little behind-the-scenes all-access tour in the Sprint Cup Series garage. Remember, we're all access here. Unpredictable, live, raw, uncut. And there is the number 95 car. You saw NASCAR up to speed yesterday. Seen a lot of great stories here from the duels at Daytona, the qualifying for this great American race, and a great story for the great American race. This Levine family racing number 95, Scott Speed, making the field. Of course, the big feel-good story of the week, this number 10 car, the first female to lead the field to green here for the Daytona 500, Danica Patrick in the GoDaddy Stewart-Haas Racing Chevrolet. Joe Nemechek also making the great American race, the Daytona 500. As we skip through here, some other big news that came this week. Josh Wise here, the number 35 car. New sponsor on board, Blockbuster.com, for this ride here and their effort in the Daytona 500. Josh Wise having a really good week, enjoying himself. Saw him the other day working on his own car. Always great to see drivers doing that. The open wheel standout, now NASCAR rookie last year, and I'll tell you what, Josh Wise and that team putting forth a great effort this week. Another great effort by a Underdog team, the Phil Parsons owned team right here of Michael McDowell, the K-Love number 98 making the Daytona 500, and of course this Swan racing team right here. New team, new color scheme, new number, and a great sponsor here. Newtown, all the people in Newtown, everybody's been thinking of everybody affected up there, including this NASCAR community. Michael Waltrip and this team making the Daytona 500 and doing their best to help all those who were affected up there in that great tragedy. I got to tell you what, Mikey isn't here. We were hoping to see him because I want to talk about this helmet. Look at his helmet that he has, folks. You want to talk about a pretty cool helmet? A little tribute to the King right there. The way that the design is right there, almost mimicking the open face helmet, the classic Richard Petty helmet. I can almost see Richard Petty with a towel in his mouth making laps here around Daytona, but Michael Waltrip is the guy who's wheeling this car. Oh, check out the back of it. Yeah, there you go. The tribute to Richard Petty's 7 Daytona 500 wins, even signed by the King. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Richard Petty, I'll tell you what, he knew how to get around this place, and so does Michael Waltrip with his 2 Daytona 500 wins. Richard Petty with 10 wins here at Daytona, 7 of those the Great American Race. Hey, speaking of the making the show, his first ever Daytona 500, Austin Dillon. And hey, we got to give a shout out to all you guys in the chat room, all you guys and gals. It is awesome to see you guys this year, 2013. First person in the interactive garage today, Leah Bartlett. Great to see you beating everybody to the punch. We should have like a point standings of who's the first person in the interactive garage every week. Well, there's Trevor Bayne's brand new race car. This car, first time getting on the track today in practice. A lot of teams not practicing today, but this team has been very busy. Of course, Trevor wrecking the primary car yesterday in the duels. So this team has been hard to work getting this Ford Bullet prepared, scaled, set up to Trevor's liking. Let's go out in the bright sunshine because it's a beautiful day here at Daytona. Blue skies above. Andrew Copley walking through the pits. The number 36 car of J.J. Yaley, the best hair in Sprint Cup. Of course, J.J.'s not there. If we saw him, we'd tell him that. Let's give you a spin through this whole garage here. Let's see if we have some shout-outs. Let's look at this chat room. As I'm walking here, I'm looking at the chat room, and, man, we got to love it. All you people participating. We're going to get to all your all's requests here on NASCAR.com. Here's Texas Terry Labonte's car, the Frankie Stoddard car. There is Frankie right up there. Man, we get some Jeff Gordon fans And everybody, hopefully you're having a great time today on NASCAR.com. The Garage Cam today is presented by Miller Lite. Got to welcome Miller Lite aboard. And all you folks watching Garage Cam, support our sponsor. Here's number 38 of David Gilliland. Lots of work going on in here. If you see this right here, what's going on here, let's show you. This is the sort of stuff we can show you on Garage Cam. You see the sparks right there, and a little welding, a little tack welding going on right here. This window area right here. Some teams having trouble with the windows coming out of these stock cars, and they're reinforcing the bracing right there, that metal, making some of them doubling it up, making the windows themselves with a little bit more reinforcement so they do not fly out of these race cars during the Daytona 500. That's been a big challenge for crew people, for teams today at Daytona, is reinforcing that. A lot of people discovering those troubles after the duels yesterday. Here's Casey Mears' Geico car. Hey, Casey's up there, talking with his crew chief, Booty Barker. There's Booty. And there is Casey Mears. Hey, let's show you something really cool here, guys. Check this out. Garage Cam is, you never know what you're going to see on the show. If you're new to the show, this is unscripted. And right here is, check it out, it's David Ragan's car. And they're putting a new wrap on it. This thing's going to look completely different now. If you've never seen this, I know this looks odd. It looks like there's a big hefty bag being put on the car. But this is a vinyl decal wrap. So these guys are going to place this on the car, and they're feeling around right now to make sure the lines are in the proper position. They've got this piece of paper as kind of an alignment. And then they'll get it fastened to the car. Very interesting. And here is the driver of this car, David Ragan, hanging out in shorts right now. And tell us what we got going on here, because I know you got a new sponsor too.
Yeah, Daytona Beach, Florida, so you can wear your shorts in the garage now. That's a good thing. See those legs? I need to get a little bit of sun on those legs. But yeah, Detail Doctor. We've had these guys on our car all this week, but after we made it through the duels yesterday, and we put our race engine in, we changed our transmission, we changed a lot of the parts and pieces, going ahead and putting a wrap on the car so it looks nice. We wanted to get through all the other stuff, make sure we didn't tear anything up, and we've had a pretty good speed week so far. Really haven't had to pull up any backup sheet metal or cars or fix a lot of stuff, so it's been good.
I know for a small team like yourself, really, that's especially important, because there's a lot of the teams here who have struggled with that, and they're struggling to get cars built for Phoenix and Vegas and all this, and they're having to go to backup cars. So it's got to feel a little. You got to feel a little good about that, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a good off season. Our guys worked extremely hard. I think there were not many Saturdays and Sundays when someone wasn't at the shop getting these Daytona cars ready, the Phoenix cars ready. So our Front Row Motorsports team's done a nice job. They've had a good off season, but we're glad to be in Daytona. Glad to know Phoenix is next week, then Las Vegas, get on the road, and we got some nice Fords that are ready to go. So yeah, our Detail Doctor Ford's been driving good. Here in a few minutes, you're going to have some more decals and numbers on this thing, so it'll be race ready here in a few
Notice
minutes.
you're not touching this. You don't want any bubbles on it, do you?
I put air bubbles and creases in decals, so we'll let the professionals do it. The Decal Source does all our decals, and they do a nice job.
All right, David Ragan, thanks so much for joining us on NASCAR.com. We appreciate it, bud. And let's go buy this car. Look at this. And this is what it's going to look like, folks. There you go. For everybody who's kind of wondering what the end result will be here on the David Ragan machine. Pretty cool looking deal. And here's the number 93 car of Travis Kvapil. Of course, Kvap making the Daytona 500. And there is Travis Kvapil talking with his crew right here. What's up, Kvap? Okay, yesterday we saw you had a brand new black suit.
Yeah.
Today you're kind of back to, what is this, for practice?
It's a practice suit. You gotta keep
Because it's practice.
Got to keep the good stuff for race day. So
Yeah.
We'll break out the new one, the new Simpson gear on Sunday.
So how you doing this week? It's got to be a great deal to be back in action, but for your team and you guys, pretty good run to get into the 500.
Yeah, I mean, we're disappointed. We seem like we're a little off on our overall speed, but we're having fun. I mean, we're here. We're in the Daytona 500, biggest race of the year, and just excited. We got our new colors this year. The car looks good. And I know you guys remember cruising around Charlotte last fall in the Cricket.
Yes.
The golf cart.
We do.
Giving Burger King smoothies to all the race fans. We got the Cricket sticker right below the Dr. Pepper decal again. So those guys are helping us out. We're trying to sell some portable golf carts for those guys. So well, it's everything's good. We're just trying to find some speed in our car and have a good day Sunday.
And we'll see you when we're back here in July. Mark this down. You see that little bead of sweat?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot hotter, and he's going to have smoothies for us live on NASCAR.com probably.
Or
bacon
Sundays.
Or bacon Sundays. All right, Travis Kvapil is number 93 car, the always personable driver, the former Truck Series champion. Hey, check out this car, the number 51 car of Regan Smith, the Guy Roofing entry. And Regan is inside the car actually right now. Let's see if we can maybe get in there and see what Regan's doing. Spying on Regan right now, seeing what he's doing. Catching him by surprise, of course. Regan Smith pulling double duty, so he is a very busy boy today, running in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, the number 7 ride. And of course in this James Finch-owned number 51 car. Getting some things comfortable inside of this race car right here. And a pretty busy garage area. We're going to spin on to the other side of the garage. Remember, there's a lot of real estate to cover here on NASCAR.com. So we'll let Regan get back to work here. Although he said he was going to be on Garagecam because a little hockey bet. I'll have to give him a little trouble on that one. Big hockey fan, of course, Regan Smith. Well, there is Bobby Labonte's very patriotic USO paint scheme for this weekend. And let's go back out into the bright sunshine. Let's cover some real estate here. We're passing Juan Pablo Montoya's pit, and his car is not in that stall, so we can't show it to you. But here is the number 93 car getting pushed out by this crew for the second practice today. Let's look at this interactive chat room. Lots of requests rolling. Hey, that's right, baby. Daytona 500. And of course, one of our favorites on Garagecam here.
I got to introduce you to Dale Zarella.
What's up, Dale Zarella? Are you related to Jet Zarella?
I sure am.
You are.
That's his brother.
Tire specialist.
Well, Dale here is he flew in from Maui, came here just for this race. He's one of the greatest artists in the world. He does sculptures for everybody. I'm not really a patron of his. I don't have the money, but he's a huge race fan. He's come.
Some of my paintings.
I do have some, but they were gifts. I actually have a couple of your paintings that are very nice up on the wall in the house. But yeah, he's a very awesome guy. Huge race fan, and just hanging out with him a little bit today.
Lots of race fans down here, and a lot of people giving you support this weekend. And I'll tell you what, you've had a trying weekend, but the thing that a lot of race fans notice, you haven't lost a smile this weekend, dude.
Man, we were just talking about that. It's just neat to be able to do this, to be able to drive race cars. My guys don't feel quite that way right now about me. They were threatening me with a Sawzall the other day while they were fixing the car.
But you're keeping their spirits up.
Yeah, I'm trying to. What is it? The past is history, the future is a mystery. So we're gonna go try to put together a really solid 500. Hopefully, all these wrecks are out of my system. We're pre-wrecked, as Steve Burns would say.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
You have a good time.
Thank you. Me and Dale are
Mr.
gonna
Zarella,
go.
Dale, good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, you got it.
All right.
Let's stroll on here through the NASCAR Sprint. Hey, look, we got some fans here. This is a great thing. If you come down here to Daytona, you can meet these drivers. The access here that NASCAR provides for some of these fans isn't always a great thing. Jordan Anderson, young race car driver.
Hey, I got to say something about Jordan Anderson, too. Here, I'm introducing you guys to all my friends right now. This man is everywhere, all right? He's a race car driving machine. He hangs everywhere I go. I see him at the race. That's what it takes to be a successful race car
Hey, you
driver.
used to do that.
Yes.
I remember that.
You got to show up everywhere.
That's it.
He sends me texts every time he wins a race. Every week there's a picture in victory lane. I don't know. Are you really winning the races, or are you just like are you photoshopping those? Because you can't win that many races.
I'm a pretty good photoshopper, not that good. I try, but I just got to get out there and work at
You're
it, right?
selling it. That's good, man. All right.
Hey,
good luck.
appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you,
Jordan
guys. See
Anderson,
ya.
good luck with all your endeavors. That was pretty funny.
Come meet any more people.
Just follow Carl. He's going to host the show. He's taking Cam Guy's job.
This is the real NASCAR, all right? This is how it goes down. We got, look, it's Greg Zipadelli right here. Right here. We just walk along, we see everybody.
Hey, and
How's it
Nan,
going, man?
the true celebrity of the Zipadelli family, Nan Zipadelli.
yeah.
Who's this guy?
We're meeting everybody right now. Yeah, good luck. Not too good. They've had great luck this year.
Yeah, Stuart House has been. Yeah. See, we got autographs here.
Here's how my luck's going. That's how I feel right now. Look at that. Like, what is happening? So, anyway, thank you.
All
very
right,
much.
Carl.
Thank you.
We'll let you go. Thanks.
This
Thanks
has
a lot
been
for.
fun. It's good to hang out with you guys. And come by anytime.
You got it, brothers. Oh, Carl Edwards, always entertaining and always taking time for fans. Hey, speaking of one of the fan favorites here, here's the Blue Deuce. The Miller Lite car, the number 2. The defending champion of the series, Brad Keselowski. And hey, Brad Keselowski's up here. Let's see if we can look at him signing some autographs for some fans. Well, there's a jack stand on that side, a jack in our way. We'll see if we can squeak through here. Show you. This is something very unique about Daytona International Speedway, the fact that fans get to come up here to a window and look at the crews hard at work, but besides just the cars hard at work, they get to meet and get some great autographs, especially this guy right here, the defending champion of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Tell us what you're doing here, Brad.
Sitting at the window here at Daytona, and I got some fans that like to write up here, which is really cool. Every year I come here, some fans write on there. I like that. But just trying to say hi to a few of them while I have some time. Getting ready to go back out with the Blue Deuce here in about 20 minutes, so it's a good chance to catch up.
A lot of hard work here this weekend, of course, but taking time, of course, for the fans, especially as a champion now, a big role for you, isn't it?
It is. It's an important role, you know, trying to keep up with what's going on in our sport. Obviously, our fans make it all possible, so we have to get back to them whenever we can.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us on Garage Cam, presented by Miller Lite. Brad, appreciate it, buddy. And hey, Louise from the UK, you're on the show. Would love to see Clint Bowyer, please. There you go. Well, here we are in the pits of the 5-Hour Energy number 15 right here of Clint Bowyer. And of course, over here, crew chief Brian Patty, working hard at what we were just talking about here, the side windows of these cars. A big concern for some of these crews, getting these windows secure. Brian Patty doing some of the little tack welding himself. Of course, usually you see people welding, they have a mask on. When you're doing little tack beads like that, you could do it without it. You just line yourself up and then you shut your eyes and give the quick little hit. So, of course, he is still staying safe. All right, we're in the other half of the garage right here. We're going to motor through some of these real quick so we can make our way back here. Casey Kane's car right here. Leah Bartlett, you were the first in the chat room. You wanted to see Casey Kane's Farmers Insurance number 5. Well, there it is. Back out in the sunshine here. Beautiful day at Daytona. Hope you guys are enjoying Garage Cam. We're going to have more Garage Cam every week. Bigger, badder, more fun here on NASCAR.com. We're so glad the show is back, and we're so glad all you guys are back in the interactive chat room. Look at the fans here surrounding. Well, there's a reason. When you see a crowd like this, you have to wonder what's over here. And it's not Aaron Kuhn, the tire guy, that they're all here to see. Oh, it's Jeff Gordon. There he is. Jeremy Hartman, you wanted to see Jeff Gordon and his number 24. Well, there is the Drive to End Hunger driver. Remember, you could follow him. You see on the back of his uniform here. I'm sure all you fans do already, but Twitter at Jeff Gordon Webb and text Hunger to 5055 to help his great cause and sponsor. Walter DeLauder, please show the Bass Pro Shop of Smoke. Well, there is Smoke's number 14 Chevrolet. Making a little adjustment here. Got the hammer out. Hammer time. Lots of tweaking. Hey, you see this, the Bass Pro Shops hood? If you've been watching Speed Channel, there was a bird that caught a fish that looked just like that the other day on TV. And I'll tell you what, Lake Lloyd is full of big bass. Well, there's Alan Gustafson. Jeff Gordon. All sharing a laugh here in the garage area. Let's spin you down through here. Martin Truex Jr.'s car. You see those fans over there? Look at this. This is why you guys got to get to the racetrack. It's great to watch on NASCAR.com Garagecam. We love having you. If you can't be here, join us every week. But that's pretty cool. We're a little bit past halfway here on Garagecam. There's the number 48 car. Lots of requests for this car of Jimmy Johnson. The new uniforms for the crew. Let's see. We've got Rowdy 1854. Would love you to go to Dale Jr. for me and wish him good luck on Sunday for me. Would mean so much. I am in England and I can't get to any races. Well, we'll see if we could get in close to Dale. Or at least show you his car. Or there is Dale Jr. And Steve Letarte. Jr. and the crew going over a few things right now. But there is your request all the way from England. You wanted to see Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, there he is talking with his crew. The National Guard, number 88 here at Daytona. All right, let's scoot on down this way because I'll tell you what, I'm going to try to make a promise to you guys, the race fans, watching today. We've got our walking shoes on. We've got our running shoes on. We want to show you every car that's going to be in this great American race. And hey, if we can do it, we will. We're going to motor down to the end of this pit and march our way back forward and try to show you everybody. Because I know there's fans of everybody. You got some cars being tuned up here. You can hear it right now. Paul Menard's number 27 we just passed, tuning on that engine. Not a lot of people went out for that last practice. The people that did went out for single car runs. A few people going out just for a few laps in this second practice. Kevin Harvick, crew telling us that they're only going out for about 4 laps. They really want to conserve. A lot of these people want to conserve the cars that they have for the 500. It would be disastrous to have to go to a backup at this point late in the weekend. Well, there is Kurt Busch's Denver mattress, number 78. The FurnitureRow.com team underneath that car, checking some things out in the rear end. Jamie McMurray, 3 years ago, the champion of the Daytona 500. An emotional win. An emotional start of Speed Weeks also for this number 1 team. Sammy Gonzalez, longtime crew member of this team, lost his battle to cancer. Somebody that a lot of us really, truly loved and admired in this garage area, a real racer. So coming into this deal with heavy hearts, but this team digging forward just as Sammy would. And here is Jamie Mack. What's up, bud?
Well, I'm trying to get my feet cool enough. It's hot.
You don't have enough air blowing on them during the deal?
No, and I've never really had a problem with my feet getting hot ever. And then the 150 race when they got really hot. And then today it seems almost worse. So they're just trying to figure out a way to get some air to move around.
Just kind of the tweaks with the new car, little things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, something that you would never think of, you know? It seems kind of odd.
So, hey, I said this to Carl last time we had him on the show, but last time we can ask you this. How was your off season, buddy? Did you do anything really cool?
No.
No?
I didn't. No. I wish I had a great story for you, but didn't. Since Christy was pregnant, we just kind of hung out at home and just put together, you know, the little girl's room and just kind of hung out. It was fun, actually.
Did you decorate it?
No, I didn't. No, my wife did.
Thank God.
I put the stuff together that she bought. So that's fun.
All right, Jamie, enjoy yourself today. Thanks for joining us always, taking the time. Got about 5 minutes to go here on Garagecam. There's the number 43 of Eric Amarola. I'll tell you what, that could be a sleeper car this weekend. Make sure you watch NASCAR.com Fantasy Showdown. I believe it was David Caravello that said look out for that car as a sleeper. Make sure you watch that show every week. NASCAR Fantasy Showdown is back on NASCAR.com. Joey Logano's Shell Pennzoil car right there. He could be a sleeper this week. And here's the guy that I think I think it was Mike Ford. Yeah, it was Mike Ford that said would be his sleeper pick for the Daytona 500. And this would be the number 31 of Jeff Burton. They're about to take this engine out of this car right here and put in their primary Daytona 500 power plant. These teams allowed one engine change before the Great American Race. Marcos Ambrose in the number 9 car. See if we can get some more requests in here. And check it out, folks. The new driver of the number 20. It's Matt Kenseth putting on the helmet. Matt Kenseth having a dynamite speed weeks here at Daytona in this new 20 car. Mandy Brennan said, let's see the Penske boys. Love to see them both. We just showed you that Penske car of Joey Logano, and of course we talked to the champ earlier. That's pretty cool. Adam Miller says, show me some Joe Gibbs cars. Well, there you go. There's one of the leaders of the pack as far as the Gibbs cars so far down here in Daytona, except for that number 18 team. That number 18 team, Kyle Busch, what a victory they pulled out yesterday in the duels. An impressive run. Kyle Busch has never won the Daytona 500, but folks, his driver rating here at Daytona is amongst the best of anybody. Tony Stewart on the top of that list too, but don't be surprised as we pass Mark Martin and we pass Ryan Newman. Don't be surprised if this M&M Candy car isn't one of the cars up front come Sunday here in Daytona. Let's cut on through the garage here. Look at this little hidden alleyway we'll bring you through on NASCAR.com. And there's Dale Jr. behind the wheel of his car. We'll give you another look at Jr. Oh, it's almost go time here. Drivers are getting inside, buckled inside of their cars, including this guy right here, Martin Truex Jr. Helmets are on. Drivers are ready to get down to business here at Daytona. Some more practice, some needed practice. These new Generation 6 cars, they're still trying to figure these cars out, figure out what the air is doing, how to draft, how to suck up on somebody, how to pass somebody. Lots of unanswered questions. That's why these practices are so key. But at the same time, drivers trying, drivers trying not to hurt their machinery here and have to go to a backup car. Speaking of dominance here, in Daytona, has anybody been more dominant than this number 29 team right here of Kevin Harvick? We said before, he's probably going to only run 4 laps in this practice. But Kevin Harvick with 2 wins so far down here. 2 times we've seen him in victory lane. Here is Ricky Stenhouse. Ricky getting strapped in behind the wheel of that car. What's up, Stenhouse?
We're about to go make some exciting laps.
You gonna have some fun? How many laps are you gonna do? What do you think? 250 or 3?
Yeah, we're thinking about running a full race here.
All right, buddy. Have a good time. Ricky Stenhouse in that number 17 car. The always entertaining rookie. Kind of interesting to call him a rookie. Of course, we've been starting to get used to him as a veteran of the NASCAR Nationwide Series, winning 2 championships in a row. Ricky Stenhouse taking over that Best Buy ride. And hey, look at the front nose of this Denny Hamlin car. Brand new nose on this car. Has not even been decaled yet. Denny Hamlin in this car right now. Let's spin you down here. We're about to wrap here on NASCAR.com. We'll show you the last 2-3 cars in the stall right now. Backing up alongside of us, the number 16 car of Greg Biffle. The number 5 car getting ready to go out to practice. Putting the steering wheel on is Casey Kane in this Farmers Insurance entry. Over here on scale pad still, the number 48 of Jimmy Johnson. 5-time. Clint Bowyer right here. The number 15 5-hour energy car. And the champ, the number 2 Blue Deuce Miller Lite, the champion, Brad Keselowski. We're going to wrap things up here momentarily, wait for some of these cars to roll out so you guys can turn up your speakers loud here on NASCAR.com for one of the best parts of our show. when we get to see these cars pull out onto this great speedway here. Check it out. It's Daytona International Speedway. If you haven't been down here for Speed Weeks, come on down because it's a beautiful thing. July, of course, tickets still available for the Daytona race. And the engines are firing up here for the final practice of the day. Hey, and you know what? That Miller Lite car, the window net's going up on that. Let's talk about that because not only did they have a little issues, some of these teams, with the right side of the cars, but also with the window nets. Had a few guys lose their window nets yesterday. Tough job getting that window net up. They're doing it right now. Everybody making a little bit of changes in that department. A lot of wind and turbulence. All right, here it is. We're cranking it up. The Miller Lite Blue Deuce. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner. And as the Blue Deuce rolls out here for practice, we'll tell you tune in next week at Phoenix. And until then, we'll see you at the races.